towering granite cliffs rise like ancient sentinels, their rugged faces carved by time itself. Cascading waterfalls tumble gracefully from majestic peaks, their murmuring streams whispering tales of resilience and renewal. Yosemite, an untamed sanctuary, draws millions of nature enthusiasts eager to witness its raw beauty. Yet beyond the breathtaking landscapes lies a hidden world, elusive, untamed, and fiercely competitive. Here, the golden embrace of summer, the fiery hues of autumn, the silent descent of winter snow, and the delicate bloom of spring all play their roles in an endless struggle for survival. This journey will take you deep into Yosemite's heart, through its soaring cliffs and unspoiled wilderness, unveiling nature at its most unfiltered. Every creature here fights relentlessly, seizing life in the fleeting moments that define their existence. Welcome to Wild Yosemite, the battle for survival, a breathtaking exploration of nature's fiercest trials amidst its most majestic landscapes. Like an epic tale etched into the wild, the struggle for survival in Yosemite never fades. Mule deer tread cautiously across open meadows, their senses razor sharp, ever wary of the unseen hunters lurking in the shadows. High above, on the towering granite cliffs, the bobcat and gray fox, silent, cunning predators, watch with unyielding patience. Time seems to stretch in a moment of fierce anticipation. Then, in a flash, the bobcat strikes its powerful leap, sealing the fate of its prey, a fleeting life vanishing in the relentless cycle of nature. As winter descends, a frigid silence blankets Yosemite. The once thriving landscape transforms into a stark, unforgiving battleground. The symphony of nature takes on a somber tone. Food is scarce, and desperation intensifies. Predators become more ruthless, their hunger driving them to the brink, clashing in fierce confrontations over the last remaining scraps of sustenance. Yet, even amid this relentless battle for survival, Yosemite's wilderness moves to its own majestic rhythm, unchanging, untamed, and eternal. Yosemite National Park, one of the most celebrated natural wonders in the United States, is a land where time is etched into stone and water. Home to the towering icons of El Capitan and Half Dome, these colossal rock formations have silently witnessed the ebb and flow of life for over 100 million years. While European pioneers first set foot in Yosemite in the early 19th century, it was the legendary naturalist John Muir who truly unveiled its grandeur to the world. His passionate advocacy led to the park's official establishment in 1890, though the seeds of its protection were sown even earlier. In 1864, President Abraham Lincoln signed the Yosemite Grant Act, setting aside Yosemite Valley and the Mariposa Grove, home to the towering giant sequoias, for preservation. This marked the first time in American history that land was protected for its natural beauty, laying the foundation for the national conservation movement. Spanning 1,189 square miles in California's majestic Sierra Nevada, Yosemite is a fortress of nature, its sheer granite cliffs standing like the ruins of an ancient civilization. Sculpted by fire and ice, these towering monoliths were born from molten magma and shaped by at least 7 major glacial cycles over millions of years. Each spring, as snowmelt cascades down the mountains, Yosemite's waterfalls awaken in a breathtaking display of power and grace. Waterfall and vertical surge with renewed energy, composing a symphony of rushing water and echoing stone. Towering above them all, Yosemite Falls reigns supreme at 2,425 feet, the highest waterfall in North America, singing a timeless melody of the wilderness that thrives within this untamed paradise. Yosemite National Park is a botanical wonderland, home to over 1,500 species of flowering plants, each adding its own vibrant hue to this untamed paradise. Among its most revered treasures are 3 majestic groves of giant sequoias, towering ancient sentinels that have stood for millennia. The most famous of them all, Mariposa Grove, shelters over 500 of these colossal trees, including the legendary grizzly giant, one of the largest and oldest living organisms on Earth. This rich and diverse vegetation forms the backbone of an intricate ecosystem, providing sanctuary for over 400 species of wildlife. From elusive mountain lions to black bears roaming the forests, Yosemite is a thriving haven for nature's most resilient inhabitants. The park is also home to 90 species of mammals, 262 species of birds, 22 species of reptiles, and 12 species of amphibians, each perfectly adapted to the park's ever-changing landscapes, engaged in an unending quest for survival. As summer arrives, warm golden light floods Yosemite Valley, awakening the park's bustling rhythms of life. The Merced River glistens under the sun's embrace, its crystal-clear waters reflecting the sky. Kingfishers carve elegant circles through the air before plunging into the river to snatch unsuspecting fish. In the towering forests, Douglas squirrels scurry between the branches, tirelessly gathering fallen pine nuts, small but vital seeds that ensure the continuous cycle of regeneration. These nimble creatures are more than just foragers. They are nature's silent gardeners, unknowingly shaping the future of the forest. As the first light of dawn stretches across Yosemite's blooming meadows, a silent predator emerges, the bobcat, a master of stealth and precision. Scientifically known as Lynx rufus, this elusive feline transforms the golden fields into its personal hunting ground, moving with the grace of a shadow. According to a 2024 ecological study in Yosemite National Park, bobcats expand their hunting territories to cover between 5 and 10 square miles during the summer months. Weighing between 9 and 33 pounds and stretching up to 49 inches in length, these compact yet powerful hunters possess incredible agility. Their lean, muscular bodies enable them to strike with lethal accuracy, orchestrating each movement with patience and purpose. In the height of summer, when the vegetation is lush and dense, bobcats fully exploit their natural camouflage. They slip through the undergrowth like whispers in the wind, leaving almost no trace of their presence. With bodies pressed low to the ground and ears tuned to the faintest rustle, they wait, silent, focused, unwavering. Then, in a split second, they explode into action, leaping up to 10 feet to seize unsuspecting prey in a single, precise strike. Opportunistic and highly adaptable, bobcats tailor their hunting strategies to their targets. They can scale towering trees to snatch birds from the canopy, lie in wait beside streams to ambush fish, or unleash short, powerful sprints, reaching speeds of up to 30 miles per hour to exhaust larger prey before making the final move. This versatility makes them one of the most efficient hunters in Yosemite, with a success rate of 30 to 50% in 2023, far surpassing many other predators in the region. In the wild expanse of Yosemite, the bobcat reigns as a silent specter of the hunt, calculating, patient, and ever adaptable in the eternal dance between predator and prey. Survival in Yosemite's rugged wilderness demands more than just sharp hunting skills. It requires adaptability, resourcefulness, and a touch of ingenuity. Few creatures embody these traits better than the gray fox, Eurycion cinereo argenteus, one of the park's most versatile and resilient inhabitants. Unlike many of its canine relatives, the gray fox is an expert climber, a rare talent among fox species. This ability allows it to scale trees in search of bird nests, ripe fruits, or small prey perched on branches, giving it a unique advantage over ground-dwelling competitors. But its adaptability doesn't stop there. As an omnivore, the gray fox's diet is incredibly diverse, ranging from mice, rabbits, and birds to insects, fruits, and seeds, ensuring that food is never too scarce to survive. However, life in Yosemite is a delicate balance between predator and prey. While the gray fox hunts smaller animals, it must also remain vigilant against formidable threats from above. The golden eagle, one of the sky's most fearsome hunters, poses a constant danger. To minimize their risk, over 70% of the gray fox's hunting takes place at night or in the early morning, times when golden eagles are least active. Even when targeted by an eagle, the gray fox has a remarkable 60% chance of escape. Its survival tactics are as clever as they are effective. Darting into dense forests, squeezing into rocky crevices, or executing sudden direction changes that cause the eagle to lose momentum mid-dive. Sometimes, in a split-second maneuver, the fox will drop flat to the ground before sprinting off in another direction, outwitting its airborne pursuer. This combination of agility, intelligence, and adaptability has allowed the gray fox population in Yosemite to remain stable, with an estimated 2,500 to 3,000 individuals recorded in 2023, according to Yosemite National Park reports. Whether navigating the treetops for food or evading aerial predators, the gray fox thrives as one of the park's most cunning and resilient survivors. Soaring high above Yosemite's rugged landscape, the golden eagle, Aquila chrysaetos, reigns as one of the most formidable aerial predators. With a nearly 7-foot wingspan, these majestic raptors harness powerful thermal updrafts to glide effortlessly over valleys and dense mountain forests, scanning the terrain below with eyesight 4 to 5 times sharper than that of humans. In summer, their hunting prowess is on full display, as they strategically focus their efforts during the cooler hours of early morning and late afternoon, times when prey like hares and ground squirrels are most active. Once a golden eagle locks onto its target, it initiates a breathtaking dive, plummeting its speeds of up to 150 miles per hour. This rapid descent, combined with razor-sharp talons capable of exerting an astonishing 400 pounds of pressure per square inch, allows the eagle to seize and dispatch prey with deadly precision. Their strength enables them to tackle not only small mammals, but also larger prey such as gray foxes and even young sheep. Despite competition from other top predators, the golden eagle's unparalleled aerial dominance ensures its place at the pinnacle of Yosemite's ecosystem. These birds are not merely hunters, they are master tacticians of the skies, adapting to environmental challenges with a blend of speed, strength, and intelligence that makes them one of nature's most efficient predators. While predators prowl under Yosemite's golden sun, a very different kind of engineer is hard at work along its tranquil streams and serene lakes. Meet the beaver, Castor canadensis, North America's largest rodent and nature's master builder. These industrious creatures transform freshwater ecosystems, crafting intricate dams that shape the very landscape around them. Summer is their busiest season as beavers use their ever-growing chisel-like incisors to fell trees and gather branches. These natural saws allow them to gnaw through wood with remarkable efficiency, tackling logs anywhere from 2 to 6 inches in diameter. Each piece, some weighing up to 10 pounds, is carefully transported back to their lodge where it becomes part of a sturdy dam. A single beaver can cut and move more than 200 branches in a summer, tirelessly reinforcing its home and ensuring a steady water supply for the cold winter months. But these dams are more than just shelters. They are ecological marvels. Ranging from 2 to 6 feet high and stretching anywhere from 10 to 100 feet in length, beaver dams help regulate water flow, prevent soil erosion, and create stable ponds teeming with life. Beavers don't just build these structures, they maintain them with meticulous care, constantly patching leaks with fresh branches and layers of mud. This relentless upkeep ensures that the dams remain resilient against heavy rains and strong currents, forming crucial wetland habitats. The impact of these aquatic architects is profound. In areas where beaver dams exist, soil erosion rates drop by up to 30% compared to places without them. The ponds and wetlands they create help retain moisture, benefiting surrounding vegetation and providing a much-needed water source during dry seasons. A 2024 study by the Yosemite Conservancy even found that beaver-engineered habitats boost local biodiversity by 25%, turning them into thriving oases within the park. Through their unrelenting work, beavers don't just shape rivers and lakes, they sculpt entire ecosystems, proving that not all keystone species hunt from the skies or stalk the land. Some change the world, one branch at a time. As autumn descends upon Yosemite, the park transforms into a breathtaking tapestry of fiery reds, golden yellows, and deep oranges, replacing the lush greens of summer. Leaves drift gently to the ground, forming a crisp, rustling carpet beneath visitors' feet, while the air grows cooler with each passing day, an unmistakable signal that winter is on its way. In this season of change, the wildlife of Yosemite must also adapt, preparing for the long and unforgiving months ahead. Among the park's most iconic inhabitants is the mule deer, Odocoileus hemionus, a species vital to Yosemite's delicate ecological balance. With an estimated population of 5,000 to 6,000 individuals as of 2023, these graceful herbivores make up one of the largest deer populations in California, according to the Yosemite National Park Service. Their seasonal migrations are not only a remarkable display of survival instincts, but also a crucial part of the park's natural rhythms. As the vibrant colors of September fade, mule deer begin their descent from the high-altitude meadows, where the cold is quickly tightening its grip, to lower elevations where grasses and nutrient-rich shrubs remain accessible. But this journey is more than just a migration. It is a test of endurance and survival. Spanning hundreds of miles, the trek is fraught with challenges, from rugged terrain to lurking predators. With their large, radar-like ears constantly scanning their surroundings, mule deer move cautiously through valleys and forests, ever alert to potential threats. They feed primarily during dawn and dusk, using the cover of twilight to avoid predators. Their sharp eyesight and acute sense of smell help them locate scarce food sources while detecting danger from afar. Traveling in groups offers additional protection. By working together, they can spot predators early, communicate warning signals, and reduce the risk of attacks by up to 15%. When faced with danger, mule deer rely on their agility and speed, darting through rocky outcrops and dense vegetation to evade predators. They instinctively choose steep, rugged terrain for refuge, where natural obstacles provide a defensive advantage. A 2024 study by the Journal of Wildlife Management found that mule deer survival rates in complex landscapes are about 20% higher than in open plains, as the difficult terrain makes it harder for predators to launch a successful chase. When pursued, mule deer employ erratic, zigzagging escape patterns, often scattering in different directions to confuse their hunters, increasing the likelihood of survival for the group. During autumn, these herbivores consume between 4 and 8 pounds of leaves, grasses, and energy-rich shrubs daily, steadily building fat reserves. By the time winter arrives, their body fat increases by 15 to 20%, serving as a crucial energy source when food becomes scarce. As Yosemite's landscape prepares for the quiet stillness of winter, the mule deer's resilience serves as a testament to nature's ability to adapt and endure. Against the backdrop of golden forests and crisp mountain air, these creatures continue their timeless dance with the seasons, one of survival, strategy, and the unbreakable bond between wildlife and the land they call home. As winter looms, the battle for food among Yosemite's predators intensifies, and few are as resourceful as the cunning coyote named Canis latrans. Agile, intelligent, and highly adaptable, these skilled survivors navigate the changing landscape with a mix of strategy and opportunism. Coyotes are not just hunters. They are masterful scavengers, often working in coordinated packs to fend off larger competitors. Using their numbers and speed, they challenge formidable rivals like ravens, golden eagles, and even bears in the relentless pursuit of every available morsel. When prey is scarce, they turn to carrion, using teamwork to intimidate other scavengers and claim their share of a meal. But coyotes are far from dependent on scavenging alone. As omnivores, they adjust their diet to the season, consuming everything from small mammals and insects to fallen fruit berries and other vegetation. Their ability to adapt is key to their survival. They not only hunt and gather food, but also plan for harsher times, digging small holes to bury excess food, creating caches they can return to when resources become scarce. This remarkable flexibility has allowed Yosemite's coyote population to remain stable, with an estimated 400 to 600 individuals recorded in 2023, according to the Yosemite National Park Service. Conservation efforts, coupled with the coyotes' unmatched resilience, have ensured their continued presence in the park. No matter the challenges, these clever canines find a way to thrive, proving time and again that adaptability is the key to survival in the wild. Amid the fierce competition for food in Yosemite, the black bear, Ursus americanus, the park's largest omnivore, takes a drastically different approach to survival. As autumn sets in, these powerful creatures embark on a relentless quest to accumulate fat reserves, preparing for the long months of winter hibernation. With an extraordinary sense of smell, black bears can detect food from over a mile away, guiding them on their daily foraging expeditions. Throughout the fall, they cover vast distances, revisiting familiar feeding grounds from previous seasons. Their diet shifts to calorie-dense foods such as berries, nuts, roots, and seeds from oak, chestnut, and pine trees, critical fuel for their impending dormancy. To prepare for hibernation, black bears dramatically increase their food intake, consuming up to 20,000 calories per day, many times their usual amount. This intense feeding phase, known as hyperphagia, allows them to gain up to 30% of their body weight in fat, which serves as both an energy reserve and insulation against the bitter winter cold. As autumn fades, black bears turn their focus to securing a suitable den. They seek out caves, tree hollows, or dense vegetation to create a well-protected shelter. By late October to early November, they finalize these dens, ensuring they are warm, safe, and hidden from predators and harsh weather. As temperatures drop, the bears gradually reduce their activity, allowing their bodies to adjust for the months ahead. Entering hibernation, a state that can last between 4 to 7 months, they endure winter's grip by relying solely on their stored fat. Their ability to adapt to seasonal extremes makes them one of Yosemite's most resilient inhabitants, embodying nature's remarkable cycle of survival. As winter tightens its grip, Yosemite's breathtaking landscape transforms into a frozen battleground, where survival is a relentless struggle. The towering peaks of the Sierra Nevada vanish beneath thick layers of snow, while icy winds cut through the valleys, leaving even the hardiest creatures fighting against the elements. For many, the season is unforgiving. Up to 20% of the mule deer population succumbs to the brutal combination of food scarcity and extreme weather, according to the Journal of Wildlife Management. Freezing temperatures add to the peril. Winter lows in Yosemite can plummet below 20 degrees Fahrenheit at night, with the highest elevations experiencing bone-chilling drops as low as -10 degrees Fahrenheit, as reported by the National Park Service in 2023. With daylight hours reduced to just 9, the weak winter sun barely penetrates the thick snow cover, leaving the ground frozen and inhospitable. In Yosemite Valley, an average of 65 inches of snow blankets the terrain each winter, while higher elevations, such as Tuolumne Meadows, can be buried under more than 200 inches. This heavy snowfall turns daily survival into a brutal contest, as Asvals must navigate deep drifts, enduring hunger and exhaustion in their desperate search for food. In this frozen wilderness, only the most resilient species endure, relying on their instincts, adaptations, and sheer determination to outlast winter's relentless grip. To endure Yosemite's unforgiving winter, black bears enter a state of hibernation, dramatically slowing their physiological functions to conserve energy. During this period, their metabolic rate drops to just 50 to 60% of its normal level, allowing them to survive solely on their fat reserves. Their body temperature falls from around 99 degrees Fahrenheit to approximately 88 degrees Fahrenheit, while their heart rate plummets from 40 to 50 beats per minute to as few as 8 to 12. Despite their deep slumber, black bears are not completely inactive. They may stir occasionally to shift positions or briefly check their surroundings. Perhaps most astonishingly, female black bears give birth while hibernating, typically between January and February, delivering litters of 1 to 3 cubs, who will nurse and grow in the safety of the den until spring arrives. Thanks to these extraordinary adaptations, Yosemite's black bear population remained strong, with an estimated 300 to 500 individuals recorded in 2023. This stability makes them one of California's most thriving black bear populations. Even in the harshest conditions, these resilient creatures prove that life not only endures, but thrives. While black bears slumber through the depths of winter, coyotes remain wide awake, braving the snow-covered wilderness in a relentless search for food. As resources become scarcer than ever, these resilient predators cover vast distances, often traveling 10 to 15 miles a day, scanning their frozen surroundings for any opportunity to eat. To endure the bitter cold, coyotes grow a thick winter coat, which not only shields them from freezing temperatures, but also insulates their bodies against heat loss. However, their survival depends on more than just warmth. It requires sharp instincts and exceptional hunting skills. With their keen hearing, coyotes move silently through the snowy landscape, listening intently for the faint rustle of prey beneath the ice-crusted surface. The moment they detect movement, they pounce, digging swiftly through the snow to snatch unsuspecting hares, voles, or squirrels. As opportunistic feeders, coyotes adapt to whatever food is available. In addition to hunting, they scavenge carrion, nibble on leftover fruit, and even raid human garbage if the wilderness fails to provide. Their resourcefulness, however, sometimes brings them too close to human settlements, leading to conflicts that can result in their removal. Yet, despite the dangers they face, coyotes remain one of the most adaptable and enduring predators in Yosemite's unforgiving winter landscape. High in the rugged mountains of Yosemite, where icy winds carve through the rocky terrain, a small yet resilient creature continues its battle for survival. The American pika, Ocotona princeps, a distant relative of rabbits, remains active throughout the harsh winter, where storing food is quite literally a matter of life and death. Despite its tiny size, the pika is remarkably adapted to the frigid environment. Its thick fur not only insulates against temperatures that can plummet below -20 Fahrenheit, but also helps retain precious body heat. Unlike hibernating animals, pikas prepare for winter by gathering and drying vegetation during the warmer months, carefully stashing their hay piles in rocky crevices. These burrows serve a dual purpose, sheltering them from biting winds and providing a secure pantry for the long months ahead. However, climate change is pushing pikas to their limits. Rising temperatures force them to retreat to ever higher elevations, seeking refuge above 9,500 feet, where cooler conditions persist. But as habitable space shrinks, their survival grows increasingly precarious. While pikas endure the cold on the ground, above them soars one of Yosemite's most formidable predators, the golden eagle. Winter presents the greatest survival challenge for these majestic raptors, as their primary prey, such as hares and rodents, become less active beneath thick snow. To compensate, some golden eagles undertake short migrations, seeking lower elevations with less snow cover, while others remain in their breeding territories, expanding their hunting range up to 150 square miles in search of food. A master of aerial hunting, the golden eagle relies on its razor-sharp vision to detect the slightest movement below. Scanning the landscape from high above, it can spot prey hidden beneath snowdrifts, or scavenge carcasses left behind by other predators. Yet, with food scarcity at its peak, their hunting success rate plummets from 40 to 50% in summer to just 20 to 30% in winter. When hunting proves difficult, golden eagles turn to scavenging, a strategy that conserves energy during the lean months. They feed on the remains of larger animals, such as mule deer or young bighorn sheep that have succumbed to the brutal cold. During winter, scavenging can make up nearly 25 to 30% of their diet. However, this reliance on carcasses leads to intense competition with other predators, including coyotes and bears. Clashes over food scraps can be fierce, sometimes resulting in injury or the loss of valuable energy, both of which can mean the difference between survival and starvation in the unforgiving mountain wilderness. Winter in Yosemite is more than just a season. It's a relentless trial of survival, a battle against the elements where only the most resilient endure. Among these tenacious survivors is the golden eagle, a majestic predator whose existence is increasingly threatened by the shifting climate. Like the pika, the golden eagle is not immune to the effects of climate change. Rising temperatures, habitat degradation, and food scarcity pose serious challenges to this iconic raptor, forcing it to adapt or face decline. Currently, Yosemite's golden eagle population is estimated to be only 100 to 120 individuals. With dwindling prey and shrinking hunting grounds, the looming risk of extinction becomes more real with each passing year. These apex predators must navigate a fragile ecosystem where survival hinges on their ability to find food amidst the harsh winter landscape. But winter's grip eventually loosens, and Yosemite awakens in a breathtaking display of renewal. As the golden sun rises higher in the sky, spring's arrival melts the icy glaciers, sending powerful streams cascading down into the valleys below. Trees burst back to life, their branches adorned with vibrant green leaves, painting the park in fresh hues. The land, once silent under a thick blanket of snow, now hums with the sounds of nature reawakening. This seasonal transformation signals the return of migratory birds. From tiny sparrows to the formidable golden eagle, a new chapter of life begins. Eagles and other raptors prepare their nests, eager to raise the next generation. Small mammals, squirrels, weasels, and pikas emerge from their winter retreats, their activity levels soaring by 40% as they make up for months of scarcity. Among Yosemite's most industrious inhabitants, beavers become highly active in spring, doubling their efforts compared to winter. After months of sheltering in their lodges, they set to work repairing and expanding their intricate dams, lodges, and tunnel systems. This is also a crucial time for their reproduction cycle. Mating in late winter or early spring, beavers give birth to litters of 2 to 4 kits by late spring. Both parents play an essential role in raising their young, teaching them vital skills, dam construction, foraging, and water management that will one day sustain them in the wild. As the young beavers venture beyond the safety of their lodges, they begin to master the art of survival, ensuring the continuation of their species. These lessons, passed from one generation to the next, uphold the delicate balance of Yosemite's ecosystem, maintaining the park's natural harmony for years to come. Through the trials of winter and the promise of spring, Yosemite remains a testament to the resilience of its wildlife. From the soaring golden eagle to the industrious beaver, each creature plays a vital role in the ever-turning cycle of life, reminding us of nature's incredible ability to endure, adapt, and thrive. From late March to early April, as temperatures rise, black bears begin emerging from their dens after months of hibernation. By this time, they have typically lost 20 to 30% of their body weight due to the depletion of fat reserves. It takes several weeks for their bodies to fully restore essential functions like digestion and metabolism. During this transition, black bears start by consuming easily digestible foods, such as young grasses and tree shoots, to reactivate their digestive systems. Once their bodies have adjusted, they gradually move on to more nutrient-rich foods, including berries, roots, and occasionally carrion. Spring also marks the critical time for mother bears and their cubs. Cubs, born in January or February, take their first steps outside the den under their mother's watchful eye. As they follow her in search of food, they begin learning vital survival skills. The cubs' chances of survival in these early months depend heavily on their mother's protection, guidance, and ability to locate safe, food-rich areas. Throughout spring, young bears spend most of their time observing and mimicking their mother's behaviors. They learn to identify edible plants, navigate their surroundings, and develop essential skills for survival. These lessons prepare them for eventual independence when they separate from their mother in late summer or early fall. After enduring a harsh, food-scarce winter, herbivores like mule deer emerge into spring with an urgent need to replenish their strength and regain lost weight. In the early days of the season, they focus on grazing tender grasses, fresh shoots, and newly sprouted leaves, vital sources of nourishment that help them recover from the long, grueling months of scarcity. As they soak in the warmth of the spring sun, life seems to rejuvenate around them. signaling the start of a critical period of renewal. For male mule deer, spring is also a time of regeneration, as they begin growing new antlers to replace those shed in late winter. This rapid growth, which can reach up to an inch per week, demands large amounts of calcium and nutrients, making access to abundant food more crucial than ever. By late summer, their antlers will be fully formed, marking the start of territorial displays and dominance battles in preparation for the fall mating season. While these early clashes are less intense than those of autumn, they still play a significant role in establishing hierarchy among males. Meanwhile, female mule deer enter their own pivotal season, giving birth to 1 or 2 fawns in late May, early June. To ensure their newborn safety, does carefully select secluded areas with dense vegetation, providing natural cover against predators such as coyotes and golden eagles. In the first few weeks of life, the fawns remain hidden, relying on their mother's protection and nutrient-rich milk to grow stronger. Around 2 to 3 weeks old, they begin to follow their mother closely, learning to move, forage, and recognize dangers in their environment. This critical learning phase not only strengthens them physically, but also equips them with the survival skills they will need for eventual independence. After enduring the unforgiving winter, the wildlife of Yosemite welcomes the arrival of spring, a season of renewal that also marks the beginning of a new cycle of survival, bringing fresh challenges. Among these, the growing impact of environmental changes on the park's diverse species is becoming increasingly evident. Over the past century, Yosemite has experienced a significant shift in climate, with average temperatures rising by approximately 3 degrees Fahrenheit. This seemingly small increase has triggered profound changes in the region's natural balance. Warmer winters with reduced snowfall have led to a decline in mountain snowpack, a crucial water source for rivers and streams. As a result, spring and summer are now marked by drier conditions, causing once abundant waterways to shrink or disappear entirely. This threatens the survival of many species, including beavers, golden eagles, and deer, which depend on these water sources for sustenance and shelter. In 2023, the Yosemite Conservancy highlighted a startling prediction. A continued decrease in snowfall could reduce wetland areas by 20 to 30%. Severely impacting beavers and other wildlife that rely on these ecosystems. The consequences of climate change extend beyond individual species, affecting the park's entire ecological web. For instance, dwindling streams disrupt salmon migration, depriving many animals of a vital food source. Meanwhile, mule deer are forced to travel greater distances in search of nourishment, increasing their risk of predation by coyotes and golden eagles. Even Yosemite's iconic plant life is under threat. White-barked pines, essential to the park's high-altitude ecosystems, are facing harsher growing conditions. Extreme weather events, such as intense storms and flash floods, are becoming more frequent and destructive. These floods not only wash away infrastructure, but also devastate the fragile habitats of riverbank species, including beavers and migratory birds. As Yosemite's landscape undergoes these dramatic transformations, its wildlife must constantly adapt. The question remains, how will these species navigate the mounting challenges of a rapidly changing world? According to the National Park Service, the devastating floods of 2023 not only destroyed the intricate dams that beavers had meticulously constructed, but also disrupted the natural flow of water, further destabilizing Yosemite's already fragile freshwater ecosystems. Birds like the belted kingfisher, which migrate to Yosemite to breed, have been severely impacted. Once stable riverbanks that provided safe nesting sites are now eroded and unstable, making survival increasingly difficult. Beyond flooding, Yosemite has endured prolonged droughts from 2020 to 2023, pushing the ecosystem to its limits. Streams have dried up, lake levels have plummeted, and vegetation has withered under the relentless conditions. For species that rely heavily on water, such as mule deer and golden eagles, the scarcity of water poses a serious survival threat. Adding to the environmental strain, Yosemite has seen a dramatic rise in wildfires over the past decade, transforming its majestic forests into raging infernos. One of the most catastrophic was the 2013 Rim Fire, which scorched over 250,000 acres, leaving lasting scars on the Pite's breathtaking landscape. But the flames did more than consume trees. They destroyed entire ecosystems, displacing countless animals and erasing habitats that took centuries to develop. A loss has been especially severe for species that depend on ancient forests, such as the northern spotted owl and the American marten. Yet, even amid destruction, nature finds a way to recover. For some of Yosemite's oldest inhabitants, the giant sequoias, fire is not just a threat, but a necessity. These towering trees have evolved thick, fire-resistant bark, and their cones require the heat of fire to release seeds. When flames burn away dense undergrowth, they create open, nutrient-rich soil, providing the perfect conditions for young sequoias to take root and thrive. This cycle of destruction and renewal is a powerful testament to nature's resilience. While Yosemite faces mounting environmental challenges, its ecosystems continue to adapt, reminding us of the delicate balance between devastation and rebirth in the wild. The unchecked rise in wildfires, largely fueled by climate change, poses a growing threat to Yosemite's delicate ecosystem. While fire has long been a natural part of the park's landscape, the increasing frequency and intensity of these blazes have pushed the ecosystem beyond its ability to recover. According to the Yosemite Conservancy in 2023, these extreme wildfires have escalated into firestorms that not only destroy essential habitats, but also threaten species that have adapted to smaller, less severe fire seasons. Beyond the challenge of wildfires, Yosemite faces another pressing issue: the impact of human activity. With its breathtaking scenery and rich history, the park attracts over 4 million visitors annually. While tourism provides economic benefits, the surge in foot traffic places immense pressure on the park's fragile ecosystems. As people venture deeper into the wilderness, wildlife, particularly the black bear, faces increasing challenges. A 2023 report from Yosemite National Park revealed that roughly 30% of the park's black bears have had direct interactions with human food or waste. This growing dependency disrupts their natural foraging behavior, increasing the likelihood of human-wildlife conflicts, sometimes with tragic consequences. Instead of searching for food in the wild, some bears now actively seek out human leftovers, leading to changes in their diet, behavior, and overall health. The Yosemite Conservancy has warned that without stricter regulations, bear-human encounters will continue to rise, creating unpredictable and potentially dangerous situations for both wildlife and visitors. Additionally, the rapid expansion of infrastructure to accommodate the surge in tourism is leaving a lasting mark on Yosemite's natural landscape. Roads, campgrounds, and visitor facilities, while necessary for accessibility, contribute to habitat fragmentation and increased pollution. As Yosemite grapples with these environmental challenges, the balance between conservation and human impact remains more critical than ever. Yosemite's breathtaking landscapes, from towering granite cliffs to cascading waterfalls, have long symbolized the untouched beauty of nature. However, beneath this splendor lies an ongoing struggle to preserve the park's delicate ecosystems in the face of expanding tourism and human development. The rapid growth of transportation networks and infrastructure has increasingly fragmented Yosemite's natural habitats, especially in high-traffic areas like Yosemite Valley. Once thriving forests, which serve as safe havens for species like the gray puma and mule deer, are now being divided by roads and construction, degrading their quality and disrupting wildlife movement. According to the Yosemite Conservancy in 2023, the relentless expansion of tourism infrastructure is threatening the balance between human activity and nature, forcing wildlife to adapt to an environment that is simultaneously more accessible yet increasingly unrecognizable. Conservation efforts in Yosemite extend beyond protecting old-growth forests and pristine streams. They require an active battle to safeguard the park's wildlife from modern threats. Habitat restoration plays a crucial role in this endeavor. By rehabilitating damaged areas and managing invasive plant species, Yosemite has successfully increased its natural habitat area by 15% over the past decade, as reported by the U.S. National Park Service in 2023. These efforts have significantly contributed to the preservation of biodiversity, ensuring that native species can continue to thrive. Another critical conservation measure is managing visitor impact. With millions of tourists flocking to the park each year, human activity poses a significant risk to Yosemite's fragile ecosystem. To counteract this, park authorities have implemented seasonal visitor restrictions in sensitive areas and launched educational initiatives to promote responsible tourism. According to a 2024 report by the Yosemite Conservancy, these efforts have led to a 20% reduction in litter and a significant decrease in negative wildlife interactions. A notable success story in Yosemite's conservation efforts is the recovery of the black bear population. In the early 21st century, these animals faced numerous threats due to habitat encroachment and human conflict. However, through sustained conservation efforts, including the installation of bear-proof trash bins and public awareness campaigns, the black bear population has rebounded. By 2023, over 400 black bears were recorded in the park, and bear-related incidents had decreased by 75%, according to a National Park Service report. Similarly, the reintroduction of beavers to Yosemite has proven instrumental in ecosystem restoration. Once nearly extinct in the region, beavers were reintroduced in the 1930s, and their population has steadily grown. These industrious animals play a crucial role in maintaining wetland ecosystems, improving water quality, and enhancing biodiversity through dam building activities. By 2023, their numbers had increased significantly, contributing to a healthier and more resilient natural environment. These conservation victories highlight that protecting Yosemite is not just about preserving a national park, it's about securing the future of our planet's natural heritage. Much like tending to a garden, every small action contributes to a stronger, more sustainable ecosystem. Have you ever explored Yosemite? Share your experiences in the comments below. Every visit to this majestic place leaves a lasting impression, and we'd love to hear your stories. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and ring the notification bell to join us on more incredible adventures where nature stories continue to unfold.